Okay, it's been a little while. We've had a little break. I've been off my device for several days all week and have been watering. We've been home. We've done a staycation, but just wanted to give an update because actually the garden's really come on. So this is what is all the cucumbers. We've got 3 rows of cucumbers, two still in their trays, and then these are the individual planted ones. They're now bigger than the peppers on the back. Huge leaves sitting out there. Well, we'll see what this is going to be like. I think they stretch out, but like just huge. And actually there was with the cucumbers there was a bit of transplant. So when they came out of here, they for a day or two they looked a little bit weak. I part of me wondered if I'd killed them all, but made sure they were watered regularly, a bit more than normal, and they've all taken root and they've all thrived since. And actually the ones that are planted out are actually now bigger than the. Well, mostly there's a few quite big ones there, but mostly bigger than the ones that are still in the original pot. So I think they like their own space. Coming over here, so what I noticed. So these haven't been watered yet today, so I watered them. But lower down, you get lots of leaves and branches that are just dead. So I've been trying to pull them out. Tomatoes starting to come. Flowers are coming on the peppers, which is great to see. So we'll see what that does. Over to this bed. This is one where the actual tomatoes are getting huge. They're not. These were meant to be miniature, but they're just huge and massive. And the peppers are great. There's another flower just in there. Potentially lots of flowers. So there's about 5 or 6 flowers per pepper plant. Paprika, if you're watching in America, but we call it pepper. The carnations are still yet to. Oh, is it chrysanthemums? Chrysanthemums, maybe. They're still yet to flower, but still growing strong. But the pansies are still there. Again, over here, so it's a real watching where the tomatoes are. That's, I guess, when they redden, that'll be thing. I've moved all the peppers here from the end. You'll see why in a moment, because it was just getting a little bit cramped. But actually, I also noticed these taller ones are the ones next to the next to the bean plant, next to the tomato plants, and they seem to be at a slightly later stage, so they're taller. But all these ones at the front, and actually these are in the smallest pots. These are flowered first. So even this small pepper plant, there's like 6 flowers on that, and it's in a very small thing. So we'll see. Last things there, still ones here, and this is kind of the crazy one at the end. So this is why I did have all the pepper plants here. They've moved them out just because it's getting really big. Again, this just shows the difference you can see. So these are 4 same variety planted on the same day. Now this little one, it's a small pot, so but it has got, that's 4, yeah. No, but 4 tomatoes coming on. The other ones, there's 1 on that one, but like nothing. So it does seem a little bit varied. Some seeds just taken, some don't. These are the sweet peppers. We'll see if they do take. And then we're starting to get tomatoes at the end. But what's been crazy is the beans. So so lots of tomatoes starting to come through. These were the original 3 tomato plants that I kind of put out. I thought they would die, so I planted the beans, and now they're all growing. So this bean here is gone crazy. So this is a bit that broke off the old top, but actually that doesn't really matter now. So this one's come over, and it's growing along the top here, forming here. One of the offshoots of its own one is also growing around it. So there's like three cords there, making like a strong bit. We've had stuff going the other way, so one of the traces has come up, reached up, grown up here now. This one's reaching all the way down here. Who knows where it wants to go? And like stuff growing up here. This is like, I think it's grown back on itself and coming back up. So we'll, it's looking healthy. It's going to obviously want to flower and seed soon, and then it will throw out its beans. So I'm really hopeful that between these 2, so only 2 have taken. I think they just got swamped. There was too much competition for light and space down there. The big tomato plants on the side are still doing well, but these ones definitely. This is the biggest pot. They've definitely thrived the most, and seem to be a good selection, mid-level, so higher up not so many tomatoes, but down here good level of tomatoes and a good level of beans. So that's it for this little update. It has been fantastic. It's fantastic to come out and see such life and such vibrance. I mean, we're on a balcony, so obviously watering, it's covered balcony, so watering needs to be controlled. It doesn't collect rainwater. Sunshine is obviously possible, but it just goes to show, really, you know, when you kind of look at that vibrance and life, you don't have to have a huge garden or a huge balcony. You know, obviously we've got a long one here and we've used it well, but just a little bit of space, watering, some light, things really can thrive. And that's really what this whole series and this whole project has been about. It's about seeing stuff come to life. It's been exciting for me. We've obviously not been travelling this summer, so that helps, because you know these have to be watered every day. It takes about 5 runs of the watering can, so it's a lot of, you know, love and care, but actually it's so rewarding, and can't wait to show you, you know, when these are flowering and budding, when the first peppers are starting to appear, when, you know, the flowers are opening here, and tomatoes are reddening. So I'll probably wait for the next video for that. I don't think it'll be long for the tomatoes to redden. We'll see what happens with the peppers, but there's so many pepper plants with lots of flowers on, so I'm going to monitor those and see what happens. But I'll certainly keep you posted, and I'll record a video when one of those things happen. We'll see how many beans come up on here as well, so it's very exciting. And yeah, it's certainly for our family, it's been a real blessing just to walk along the garden each night and just kind of have a sense that we've got a garden even though we're in an apartment. Alright, until next time.